Good morning and welcome back to the channel. I've got you propped up here in the kitchen while I make myself a new cup of tea because the last one was cold. So I wanted to do a little bit of a catch-up in light of all the things going on. Happy New Year, by the way. I am filming this the second, is it the second week? Yeah, the second week of January. Lots of stuff been going on. My phone is finally fixed. Yay. I was able to get a toolkit for it. It's come in handy for several other things as well. And I'm able to start posting on Instagram again now, which I did yesterday. I now need to wait to get some more data, refill that, or reload it, or however they say it. And I'm also in the process of joining in with some motivational stuff with my friend Allura. I'm going to be posting about that both on Instagram and here on the channel. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and take a look at the links that I have in the, not the description box of the video, but the description box of the channel. I may have my Instagram account linked down below too. I don't remember now. I gotta double check because I've updated a few of the links and other information. But let's see, can I prop you up somewhere here? Not really, so I'll just hold on to the camera. But news about the story idea. Well, no, let's talk about querying first. Let's talk about querying. I'm going to start the prep work, really start the prep work for querying the debut novel, the cozy mystery novel, this week, because as I said in a post on the community tab, I've been unwell for a little while. I was unwell not last weekend, but the weekend before, and then the entire week after that. It was really hard for me to get back where I needed to be. And recurring stuff with allergies that really knocked me out. A couple other people I know have been unwell lately too. So this week I'm focusing a lot on digging in to the querying books. I already posted a short listing the ones that I got from the library. I've already started on the main one, the before and after the book deal. I'm going to restart that. I had already begun reading it, and it really motivated me to start writing again. So I began doing some more work on this new book idea, which I'll get to in a minute. Lots of things that have happened with that. But as I'm working on that, I'm trying to not want to revise the debut novel again. I'm trying really hard to not want to do that again. Blue Jay. Blue Jay imitating crow. There may be a crow around. No, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going through a lot of changes with my not just writing style, but also what I write. But this book, and I'll bring it in and show it to you again. It really helped me motivate myself to get more excited about writing. I try not to take in too many advice books or videos, because then I get overwhelmed and frustrated, and it makes me feel like nothing I'm doing is right. I'm sure some of you understand what that's like. So hold on, I'm trying to pour my tea. Just a second. Okay. I rinsed the cup out and got the new tea brewing. So let me set the timer because otherwise I'm going to forget it. So the new book, let me go get it, that I'm reading right now is the Courtney Mom book, Before and After the Book Deal. This one right here. Let me get to where the light is. Hold on. This one that I had, and I think it was the last writing blog. Yeah, when I showed when I had just brought this back from the library. I can already recommend this book because I like the way that she writes, but also she starts pretty much, let's see, I don't know if I showed you the table of contents here. So you got before the book deal, right there. There we go. And she starts out with basic stuff, making time to write and then actually writing, setting writing goals, killing your inner perfectionist, developing your voice, making the most of your writing workshop, learning to revise, using sensitivity readers. So a whole bunch of stuff, including asking the question, am I writing the wrong book? And then getting it out there. This is when you get into querying, getting paid, getting it represented, everything you've ever wanted to know about it, advances but were too afraid to ask. And then she has book 2 after the book deal. So I'm on the first section right now, and I'm actually going to restart it, like I said, because after being unwell, I want to refresh my memory. So this is going to be a little bit of a book talk video as well, but I may still do a separate, at some point I may still do a separate book talk video, strictly doing a compare and contrast with all of the different publishing books that I got. But this helped motivate me with writing. I'm going to see if it also helps motivate me with the querying. I have to admit, I'm more than slightly anxious about querying, but I'm pushing myself to stay afraid but do it anyway, as the saying goes, because it's time. I'm trying really hard to not want to revise the book again, because there have been some things I've learned about not just my writing but myself that I have to say, if I were starting out now, would I have necessarily written that story? I can't really say that I would, and I can't really say that I wouldn't, but it was a story that needed to be told, and like I said, there is going to be a sequel because I couldn't fit everything into the first volume. The first volume pretty much took on a life of its own, because it was influenced by a lot of things that were going on in my life at the time, both at the time of the original idea and throughout the revisions. So a lot of, I guess you could say, a lot of energy of a lot of personal history went into it. So this is going to be, this week, I'm going to focus on doing the preliminary things that I need to do in order to start querying the cozy mystery. I'm going to take a break in a minute and have my tea because I only have a couple more minutes left to let it steep. But I don't really have a plan for this vlog, unlike some of the others. I'm just going to kind of go with the flow, because I'm doing a lot of different things now. Also, because my phone is working again, I have a new battery. I got this battery here. I think I'm covering some of the lettering. I'm trying to get everything in the frame. There we go. I got that one, and This is the kit that I got, the tool kit, which is kind of reflective. Sorry, there. You can see it now, I think, sort of. I think the camera's wanting to focus on my face instead of this. But because my phone is working now, even though I don't have data, I can use the Spin the Wheel app. Remember the Spin the Wheel that I told you about? So I'm going to start using that to try to add more variety to my day, which will also hopefully keep me motivated, help me to stay motivated. So you may see some workout activity. I'm going to start filming outside this year too. I have several different goals. I'm not going to do a whole video outside necessarily. Well, maybe. You never know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But okay, I'm gonna have to go here and get my tea. If I can unlock my phone, because I want to show you the spin the wheel. There we go. Okay. Okay. So we got right here, this thing. This is just a free app. I didn't pay any money for it. Well, sorry. The light was behind me. Sorry about that. Let me see. Can I get it to not be so glaring? Sort of. There. Kind of. Alright. Yeah. So, I got stuff for filming. A wheel for filming. I made one for the new book idea. I got one to add some variety to the weekend. And then I got the one that I'm going to be using for most of the regular week, which is the motivation wheel. I just call it my motivation wheel. And this is for everything from doing household chores, mending, getting outside, working out, filming, posting, reading, making sure that I eat and stay hydrated, the querying. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff on here, and I'll probably do some of that in this vlog. I haven't decided if I'm going to start it today or if I'm going to, because right now I'm already in a pretty good rhythm, but we'll see. We'll see. I may throw in a couple of things from here. I already got a couple of stretches in, just like 2 minutes. That's okay. That's okay. You do what you can do. I need to take this tea bag out just a second. All right, we have got the tea. This is one of my favorite cups. This is my morning cup. And it's been shipped for years, but I don't care. I use it anyway. So, and I have the lemon ginger tea, in case you're wondering. If you're drinking anything, put it down in the comments. Let me know what kind of tea you like, or if you like tea. And it smells really good. I always smell the tea first. Inhale it several times. Little aromatherapy. So, new book information, new story ideas. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I'm not going to lay it all out for you, of course, because the book isn't even written yet, let alone published. But I ended up, and I will post links to the couple of videos that I'm going to mention. One was, I don't have it up on the laptop right now, but one was about plotting, how to plot your book in a day, more or less. When you're just getting started on a new book, how to plot it out in a day. And this, I guess you could use it for both nonfiction as well as fiction. But right now I'm writing fiction. So I took a look at that video, and I ended up making a list of the questions and doing preliminary answers for that. So the basic, very, very basic questions that the story needs to answer are already set. I have another character in mind. Another character came to me. He's going to be interesting to write as well. I think maybe a little. He's not comic relief, but I don't know. I'm not going to say too much about him right now. He is, apart from the fact that he is very preoccupied with material things and the material sensual pleasures of life. This is going to be an adult book, in case you're wondering. It's going to be an adult book, and probably not a very family-friendly one, I have to say. The cozy mystery, I wouldn't read it to somebody who wasn't a teenager. Let's put it like that. I wouldn't read it to a child who was a prepubescent child. I wouldn't read it to them. Because there are references to other things. There are references to a lot of other adult topics. And the sequel to the cozy mystery is definitely going to have a lot more adult topics referenced more openly. Particularly in this book, there were things that happened in backstories of the characters that are discussed, and it's not really suitable for tender ears. But teenagers and adults, yeah, they could read it. Let's see. Where was I going with that? But yes, the very basic skeletal plotting of the new book is done. Cassandra's story. I don't have a working title yet, but right now I'm just calling it Cassandra's story, even though technically it's not really Cassandra's story, as far as I can tell. It's just that she was the first character who came to me, or I gotta say she was kind of shoved at me. She was shoved at me by one of the other characters. Let's see. Also, gotta take a sip. Also, I am just now starting to use an online word tracking tool called TrackBear. If you haven't checked that out, go check that out. I was turned on to that by another author tuber, Fiona's Universe. I'll link her down below as well. I'll link the TrackBear site as well. Very simple to use. I will film when I start using it, so that will probably be in this vlog, because I do want to film some other writing stuff for this particular video. I don't want it to just be me talking. But I'm going to start using that with Cassandra's story. I already have a section dedicated to that. I may end up, I gotta say, I may end up having to write down the idea for the sequel to the cozy mystery so that I can get that out of my head and have that in a physical space. Set it off to the side and continue working on this. I do have a tendency to work on multiple projects at the same time and jump from one to another to another. I try not to, but sometimes I think that actually works better for me. As long as I don't have a deadline on any of them. And right now I don't. Thankfully. I don't like deadlines. Does anybody really like deadlines? I don't think so. We sip. Okay, so I am going to finish this. I'm going to, let's see, well, I need to do some, hopefully money-making job stuff first. But I'm also going to work on going through this, and I will come back hopefully before the end of the day. We'll see. I'm really playing this by ear. But I'm feeling motivated, I'm going to try to keep it up. It's okay. We're doing okay. Yeah, we're doing okay. Okay, my eyes definitely need a rest now. So it's after 2 o'clock. I'm going to decide what I'll make for our late lunch, early dinner when my mother gets off from work. And so far I've spent most of the day doing job stuff, trying to figure that out, trying to make a little bit of money on surveys and things, possible job opportunities coming up this year. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to work on, I think I'm going to, well, I'll read after I have a little bit of a break because my eyes need a rest. So I'm going to figure out what to cook. I have an idea already, but I need to come up with something to put with it. So I'm going to do that, rest my eyes, and then I'll work on reading through this querying book again. Also, I'm going to be reading the book on Appalachian folklore pretty soon. I decided this was going to be my next read. I was going to read the one about, let me show you. I'll show you. I was going to read this one, Folklore of the Sea. Couldn't remember the title. But I think I'm going to do the Appalachian folklore first and then go to this. So I'm filming this on Tuesday, the 13th, January 13th, in case I didn't say that. I want to make sure that I mention what day it is as I'm doing this vlog. Okay, good morning. It is Wednesday, the 14th, I think. I just am getting ready to start the day, even though actually I already started the day. Yesterday went pretty well. I'm just deciding on which headband to wear. And I'll put this one on for now while I do my face. So, yesterday was predominantly just trying to make a little money online. I got really caught up in that. I usually do. And trying to do some more future job planning. So I wasn't really able to do that much with writing or querying. So we'll see if I can get some of that done today. I may end up using the Spin the Wheel app, not because I'm lacking motivation, but because I'm trying to make sure that I get some more things done besides, just one or two things. I don't mind just getting one or two things done, but I think it'll also help me to stay motivated, keep up the motivation, if I don't feel like I'm stuck working on just one project or one priority every single day, because that has a tendency to make me feel less motivated. Sometimes it helps if I jump around. Other times I need to focus on just one thing, because if I don't, I get anxious. But today I think I need to jump around some. So it decided to be winter again today. It was very, very springy yesterday. Very springy. And today, well, last night it was below freezing. It's going to continue being below freezing for probably the rest of the week. Sometimes during the day, sometimes at night, sometimes both. I've upped my skincare routine. Well, refined it, actually. I decided to do some experimentation because I always wanted to try out some of the tips that you typically see uh, the European women doing for their skincare routine, particularly the French. And I gotta say, it's really working well for my skin. It might not work well for everybody, but it's definitely working well for my skin. It's also a lot more simplistic. I'm just putting on sunscreen now. That's what I've been using on my face. The only real moisturizer that I'm using on my face right now is sunscreen. That may change later on, but for right now, I'm just using my regular body lotion on my body and then the sunscreen on my face, neck, and ears. So it's chilly, which is why I'm in a turtleneck. I like this turtleneck, but I don't like the fact that it has, it's not full sleeved and the bottom is kind of short. The hem is kind of short, but yet it's really long and thick up here. So it's one of those really awkward tops. I like the color and I like how it feels, but the proportions just aren't right. It's more of a trendy thing. I'm just going to use a dab of castor oil on my brows to keep them down. I'm not going to use my pomade. Let's see. I need to do some laundry. I need to wash the shower curtain liner. I'm going to see if I'm going to take a look at what I've already written for the querying, the debut novel, Querying, the Cozy Mystery, because I may need to do some revision for it. I have queried this book before, like, what's it been now, 2 years ago now. I'm going to take a look at that. I have a Submittable account. I need to look at that too. It may need to be updated, because if so, I'm going to see if I can query the same agency that I queried before. They rejected it before, but with all the revisions, I'm going to see if I can submit to them again, because I am trying to do trad publishing, traditional publishing, for this book. So I'm going to look at Submittable. May not get all this done today. I'm going to look at what I already have written for the querying, like the excerpt of the first chapter. I'm going to see if I can show you what I've done on TrackBear. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can film all of this. I'm not gonna let you see what I've written, of course, but I will let you know what my assessment is if I need to edit any of the querying information that I've already done. I actually start my day really early in the morning. Really early in the morning, as in before dawn, or really close to dawn. But I think I'm going to just go with this headband, because I have a brown skirt. You can't really see that. But one of the things that I will do, because this morning I was really, no, I'm just going to go with this. I'm going to go with this. One of the things that I do when I'm a little bit anxious, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm anxious because of all the things that I want to try to get done. I'll just launch right into what I have on the agenda for today before I have breakfast, before I do anything. So I've already gotten some things done today that I had on my spin the wheel on the wheel for the regular work week. I did some mended the tights that I'm wearing because I needed to do that. I had a hole in the heel. Mundane stuff. You're getting a look at my usual mundane life, all the things that I do behind the scenes. I'm going to go with these. I'm deciding on which earrings to do. I'm feeling these today. I think they work better. And so I've done that. I have done a little bit of stretching, but I'm going to leave the other exercise stuff on the wheel. So I'm going to modify the wheel for today. I'm going to take off the outdoor stuff only because, hold on, okay, my left ear pierce was being temperamental. It is sometimes. I'm going to take the outdoor stuff off the wheel today only because I want to focus on the other exercises that I can do, so I'm going to leave those on the wheel and just hide all of the outdoor stuff. I'm going to leave that for another day. And then I'm going to get the other stuff done, take this down, run it through the washer, and see if I can get some writing done. Well, not necessarily writing, but the querying stuff done. Work stuff. Yeah, I'll do a bit of filming today. I should probably put something in my stomach. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to do that. But at least I have that on the wheel as well. Eat, stay hydrated. So, and I do have to remind myself of that sometimes, particularly if I'm really focusing on getting stuff done. Okay, so this is what's happening on TrackBear. If you're not familiar with this, I'll go ahead and link it on in the description box. But this helps you to track your progress. It's like a alternative to the usual NaNoWriMo project. So you see, I've just put in the debut novel, Cozy Mystery, querying. They don't have a querying status, unfortunately, but you can put in the amount of time that you want to work on something, your word count, and of course there are no penalties for, not hitting a certain goal or anything like that. You pretty much just do it however you want. Chapters, scenes, words, pages. So yeah, I'm going to use this to track the amount of time I spend working on querying the Cozy Mystery. So that's for that project. And then I haven't gone on to any leaderboards yet. This is for Cassandra's story. I haven't added that much to it yet. I may join a leaderboard at some point. Haven't really decided. I've just barely started using this website. It is free. You don't need a subscription. You can do pretty much, let's see what the title, last updated. Yeah, okay. Nah. Okay. And it will show you a graph of your progress. So right now, this Cassandra story is in the planning stage, and you see finished and the hours that I spend on querying. So I've just now set that up. Also, pro tip, get yourself an address book. Not just a not just one of those computer password books. Actually get yourself a physical address book and transfer all of your contacts to this. Do not rely on your phone. Don't rely on any of your devices. I've had this for years and years, and it's pretty beaten up, but I don't care. I keep a lot of stuff in it. Probably should reorganize it. And I put stuff in pencil so that I can erase and update what I need to. So I have addresses, websites, everything. You can use this for everything. Don't just get a password book, get an actual address book. That's my advice. To eat now. It's getting towards 9:30. The sun is coming out, which is nice. We got some, let's see, can you see? Yeah, some rainbows from the sun catcher. So I'm going to make myself a little bit of breakfast and see how much I can get done today with querying and with, you know, all the other stuff. We'll see if we can spin the wheel a couple of times together too. Okay, I'm looking at the, sorry about the yellow. It's morning. The sun's out. Let's enjoy it. I'm looking at the first 50 pages that I did for the submission, for the initial submission. And I copy and pasted this before I did the majority of the edits. You know, the last round of editing that I did for the full manuscript. So I'm going to have to update that. I've already started. I'm going to take a risk and actually read the first 50 pages, the new edited 50 pages of this, fingers crossed, final draft. And I'm going to see, in light of what I've been working on and some of the changes that have been happening with my writing, if I'm still happy with it. I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to try to read it and just be objective. And I'm going to try not to think of the new story. Okay, I still haven't had breakfast yet, but I figured this out a little bit. I was doing it wrong. So I've set some goals. I'm doing querying prep and brainstorming Cassandra's story. Now, this is going to be, I'm not going to call it a cheat because I am still doing a lot of work on it, but I'm not, I mean, what I'm doing still counts. But I've done a lot with this already, what my definition of a lot is. But I'm not typing it on the computer. I'm writing it down. If you're used to typing on the computer, switch it up and try using an actual book or something, pad and paper, something, pad, pencil, something like that. And get off the screen for a while and see what that does with your creativity, because I actually prefer writing everything down as opposed to typing it. So with this, I'm going to use this to track what I actually type when I convert what I've written to a file, to a Word file. I'm going to use that to, of course, track the word progress and all of that. So right now it's just brainstorming. I've already done a lot, but I haven't organized it. And the goal for right now is 1,000 words by January 1st. So that's with Cassandra's story. And then with the cozy mystery, as you can see, I've already put in my progress. So I did approximately 20 minutes. I estimated it. And I will work on that some more today. And this is by, what is the goal? What did I do? The end of the month. The end of the month. So the goal is to do a full 24 hours worth of querying prep. And I just picked that at random by the end of the month. So this will add up. So this is the overall progress. This is just my progress for today. And the approximate amount of time that I would have to spend on it per day in order to do a full 24 hours by the end of the month. But of course, you can rework these goals, you can delete them, you can update them, you can do pretty much anything you want. I have to admit, I am preferring this method. It works better for me as opposed to doing NaNoWriMo. That just, for right now, for this particular situation that I'm in and where I'm at the moment, NaNoWriMo just doesn't work for me. TrackBear is a lot more my speed for right now. And of course that may change later on. I'm not saying that I'm never going to do NaNoWriMo, because I haven't really, I've tried it, but I haven't really gone into it with a fresh project. So there may come a time when I do end up doing it, but I'm just not ready for it quite yet. So right now, even if I did do it, I think I would still end up using TrackBear, because I like how I can just go at my own speed, and to me this is less distracting. It's really just, you can do whatever you want with it. And you know, like right down here you can see the if I can manage to do this. And down here you can see the graph of your progress, and this will change as you continue adding to it. So this is what I'm going to be doing for right now. And this is not sponsored or anything. I'm just showing you what I'm finding as I'm finding it, what I'm trying out as I'm trying it out. And for right now, this is really working for me pretty well. Okay, now I am actually going to have to stop and eat, because I can actually tell that I am pretty hungry. It's nearly 10 o'clock too, so I think I probably spent more time doing the querying prep than I think, because I didn't set a timer or anything like that. I didn't really pay attention to when I started, but that's okay. That's okay. It's still going to add up. And I'm also going to include with the querying prep all of the research that I'm doing. So it's not just what I'm typing, it's not just what I'm editing, it's all of the research, however much time I spend reading, however much time I spend watching AuthorTube for advice from other writers, other editors. So yeah, I'm going to include all of that. It's not just the time I spend typing at the keyboard. So that's how I'm doing it. If you decide to do this, you come up with a way that works for you. Right now, I feel like I'm really starting to find tools that work for me, and that's really good. Hey, you'll have to forgive the background sound. I'm filtering water, but it is just a couple minutes to 1. I need to take a break. I had a breakthrough with the querying and with a couple other things. I found something that was missing. That's all I'm going to say. I can't say much more besides that. But if a certain someone is watching, I found it. Yeah, I found it. So, and I added some more time to the, well, no, I have to update the TrackBear again. And let's see what else. I feel really mentally tired after that, but I'm also really excited and really anxious, which is also exhausting. Excitement and anxiety and hopefulness and all of that combined, it's a little bit much. It's a little bit much. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break. My eyes need a little bit of a break too. Might read, or I might just play some background music and I got some more laundry going. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take it easy for a little bit. Wait until I get my second win, which will probably be sometime this afternoon. And we'll see what happens after that. But it's exciting. It's exciting. Also, this morning, I forgot to mention, I changed the thumbnails for all of the spoken word videos that are for my second poetry book, those who watch. So the regular art is still there. When you click on it, you'll see it. I just changed the thumbnails, so the image that appears when you first see the video available on the channel, that's all different. I'm doing the plain background like I did for many or most of the ones for Ocean, and I'm going to go back and do the same thing for the ones that I changed for Ocean as well. I don't think I'm explaining this very well, but I'm trying to make it more uniform and more obvious, so that when you come to my channel you can see pretty quickly which videos are spoken word and which are other content. Let's see, what else? So I did that, and then I've done some reorganizing for the channel as well, or on the channel. Some of the lists I have, some of the featured channel list, I've reorganized that. I'm in the process of doing a lot of updating because it's a new year, so these are things that I have to get in. And I wanted to make sure I got it in before the end of the month, since we're still in January. And I've also updated the I'm so mentally tired now, I'm having a blank. The copyright years. I updated the copyright for my author site and for my personal blog, Superlative Deviation. I am going to do more with both of them this year. I was trying to get on that last year, but too many other things were going on. So I'm going to see if I can do some original content for both of those as well, primarily for my personal blog. Yeah, we'll see what other projects I can come up with for that. I'm working on getting as organized as I possibly can, because when the debut novel starts taking off, my understanding from the research that I've done so far, once you're accepted, things have a tendency to move relatively quickly. So I want to make sure that some of the things I would really like to have done before that, or that I feel I need to get out of the way first or refine first, that is at least mostly done as soon as possible, early this year. I'm not in a rush, but I do want to have it done early this year. Good morning, pardon the background noise. It is Monday now, January 16th. I am going to stop the vlog here and continue later on with a follow-up, probably mainly geared towards working on the new book. As far as querying is concerned, I'm going to have to keep everything kind of close to the chest for right now, because I'm prepping the material that I'm going to send out to the first agency, because I'm looking for an agent. I want to see if I can do trad publishing, as I said. And I think I'm not going to give too many updates about where I'm sending the manuscript and such. I'm not going to name any names, but I think this is a part where I have to kind of keep things quiet. So I'm going to put out, probably the next blog will be focusing more on the news story and other writing projects. So it's below freezing today. It has been for several days. But the sun is out, which is helping me feel a little more energetic. I think I am still going over the first chapter, because I took a break on, was it Friday? I was trying to take a break on Thursday. That didn't work because I ended up doing more work. So I tried to take a break on Friday as much as I could, because I was pretty worn out. Trying to do about 5 different things at once is not really the the thing that I'm best at. But then I got a breather over the weekend, but I ended up working on the new story, Cassandra's story, and made more progress with that. I still don't have a complete plot, but so many things, so many characters, so many different scenes are coming together. I think probably pretty soon I will have a plot for it. So that is going to be what the next writing blog will probably focus on. And I'm just not going to mention much about querying. I might say when I've sent it out for the first time, talking about the cozy mystery. Sorry, I'm all over the place right now. I got a lot on my mind. But yeah, I did enjoy making this blog. I think it'll be nice to just focus on the writing aspect for a little while. Although I'm still going to be doing a compare and contrast of the publishing books that I got. And I'm also going to do a book talk video for a couple of the spooky books that I got, or the cryptozoology books and legends, mythology books that I have. So, I need to get this edited. I think I'm going to start working on that today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next book talk, the next blog, the next, who knows, maybe some spoken word. I need to do audio recordings for book 2 of A Tale of Two Cities. So I hope you all have a good day, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is. Good luck on all your projects, and I'm going to go see if I can balance mine. Did I mention I got ideas for 2 other stories? Yeah. Bye.